Now, many of you already know that Porsche, in the first 3 quarters of this year, they dropped profit by 99%, right? I mean, from reporting profits of 403 million euros in 2024 to 40 million euros. This decline was attributed to European goods and the discontinuation of the best-selling gasoline-powered Macan. Now, the CEO of Porsche came in and commented on this, and part of the reason, especially looking at the Chinese market, why Porsche is losing the grip or also the market grip there, not selling as they used to, it's mainly because of the competition that is there. I mean, let's have a quick read on what the Porsche China CEO said. I mean, he highlighted that the Chinese consumers have far stronger expectations for intelligence features than customers in Europe. So, can you realize what he just said on that first statement? Chinese consumers have got far expectations because of EV makers like NIO, who have came and developed their own systems, operating systems, driving systems, or driver assistance systems. The Chinese consumers right now, they benchmark these European brands according to those systems, because you know that EV makers like NIO, in terms of systems, in terms of operating systems, driver assistant systems, they are top notch, right? And they are the reason why some of the popular European brands, like including Porsche, BMW, Mercedes, and Audi, they are struggling in terms of sales, or they are seeing their sales dropping because of the competitiveness of the market in China. Let's continue and hear what he said. He said German users also care about in-car connectivity and digital ecosystems, but noted that in China, a high level of intelligence has essentially become the standard equipment on a car. So a car must be super intelligent in China for that car to do well, which is why the ES8, the Envoy L90 have been some of the models that are doing so well in terms of sales, because of their operating systems, because of their driver assistance system, which is something that is just so great. Now, let's continue. He said high level of intelligence has become essential onto a car in China. He is not saying completely, obviously, in Germany or in Europe, people, the connectivity is not as important, but because of fierce competition, what seems to be top-notch spec or technology in Germany, it's something that is becoming average in China, because EV makers like NIO are taking it to the next level, ensuring that the systems, the communications, how the car communicates, it's much better. They are spending a lot on R&Ds, which is something that is giving them a competitive advantage in China. Now, he continues and says, at Porsche China R&D centers, Shanghai, multiple localized projects are in progress. Beyond infotainment, the company is also engaging with potential partners in the field of advanced driver's assistance system, aiming to find solutions that genuinely align with Porsche brand philosophy. So right now, Porsche is looking for partners that can help them, or that they can partner with when it comes to these systems. And can I tell you something? I don't think Porsche can go to just a normal brand and go and look for partnership onto a mass market brand. But I can tell you, NIO, it can be a potential partner of Porsche, because NIO builds premium EV brands. For their main brand, it's premium brand, and how their systems respond, it is all evident that they know what they are doing and they are on top of their games, which makes NIO one of the competitors that might be approached by Porsche, or that might be in talks with Porsche, who knows, for a potential partnership. Porsche has established its first overseas R&D hub in Shanghai, bringing together its R&D, procurement, and quality teams under one roof. So the center's first major project will be China tailored infotainment system, set to debut in Porsche vehicles starting in 2026. So look, this is clear, man. Part of the reason why Porsche is not doing so well, it's because of the fierce competition that EV makers like NIO are posing or are putting pressure onto this car. I mean, losing revenue of 99% in 1 year. This tells you how important research and development systems are inside a car. This is very, very important. It tells you that if you take a breather or if you stop innovating, spending on R&Ds or research and development, you will remain mediocre. And guess what? The same thing that is happening to Porsche, same thing happening to Leoro, same thing happening to the other new energy vehicles. You end up being average. And when you're average, consumers of China are smart in a way that they won't buy your product, or the product demand or the demand of your product will go lower regardless of you maybe having a small price not being that bad. The demand will go low, which is what we've been seeing not only in Porsche, by the way. Check Mercedes sales, especially in China. Check BMW sales, especially in China, and Audi. You will notice that there is something big happening in China, and this is all thanks to EV makers like NIO that are doing so well, that are innovating like crazy, and this is bringing some massive competition challenge onto the usual German luxury brands like Porsche, Mercedes, BMW, and Audi. I mean, if Porsche can just lose 99% of their revenues they were generating in the previous year, this should paint a very big picture of where China is headed into EV space. If you are not innovating, which goes hand in hand with spending a lot of R&Ds on development of new technology, you are going to be kicked off the game. You are not going to make it, and therefore it is important that car brands like NIO continue innovating. Car brands like NIO continue, of course, maintaining their research and development and ensuring that it is being done to remain relevant until. If you don't do that, if they don't do that, then unfortunately we are also headed in a wrong direction, or in a direction that will soon find NIO at where, of course, Porsche and the others are headed. And this is losing revenues or losing profits, which is something that we don't want to see. But the good thing is that with NIO, the NIO CEO has said it not once, not twice, so that they will never stop investing onto research and development. They will never stop pouring money into that department because they want to remain relevant and they want to remain the top or one of the top Chinese EV makers in China with top end or high end technology. When talking about software, I'm reminded about the Gardner Index table that we got sometimes mid this year. I shared it with you guys, but on that table, NIO came second in terms of the brand with the top-notch software inside their car. Top spot was Tesla, but Tesla was just 2.4% ahead of NIO, which shows you that, look, next year, this time, we might be talking NIO having the top spot when it comes to that Gardner Index, measuring the software competitiveness or software strength as in relation to the other car brands globally, which is something that we look forward to. But anyways, my dear friends, don't want to make this video too long. Like, share, subscribe, hit or click that notification bell so that at least you can be notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. I'll see you on the next one though. That is all from me, my dear friends, and God bless you all.